Okay, so quick story time of how my mortgage increased by 120% and how easy it is for black folks to lose their homes in America. Now, with that being said, I'm going to be completely transparent. I'm going to give y'all all the numbers. I'm just going to let you know because ain't no point in hiding. I don't gatekeep, but none of that. Okay, so the beginning of this month, I wake up and I have a notification from my bank saying that my account went under $100. This is interesting because the night before I knew the mortgage was coming out, so I transferred a good hefty amount over what the mortgage was going to be, and I'm like, drop below $100, that's crazy. So I get online and I see that my bank has taken a double payment with like a little bit more. So my mortgage is usually a hundred, baby, I wish, $1,100. And when I went to go check, they had taken out $2,400. So my first thought is, this is interesting. Like maybe what they did was a double payment. Like maybe something didn't come out last month, and so like maybe that's what it was. Like maybe this is double payment and like a late fee. But that wouldn't make sense to me because it's on auto pay. So if something happened and the funds were there, that wasn't on me. So anyway, I'm like, okay, whatever. Let me just check. So I scroll back up to see if the payment was taken out for March. Sure enough, it was taken out for March, a payment of $1,100. So I'm like, why did I get a payment of $2,400 taken out? So I call my mortgage company and I'm like, hey, what's good? I just want to make sure, like, I'm just trying to figure out what's going on. Like, why did y'all take out a payment of $2,400? And the lady's like, oh, that's your new payment. What do you mean that's my new payment? She's like, well, that's your new payment because
Property taxes. 1,000% property taxes. Your mortgage never goes up. The amount that you pay into finance a home, that is a fixed rate unless you got an adjustable rate mortgage, which is crazy if you got an adjustable rate mortgage. But your actual mortgage never goes up. The amount that they're holding in escrow always goes up. Now, the reason that they would go up based off of escrow is for a couple different scenarios. One, you may have built a new house, and so the original property taxes was assessed based off of the land and not the actual house. That then increases the value of the property itself. And so that then goes up, but then your realtor never tells you. And so they just looking to actually get the property sold or get the house sold or the house built or whatever it is that you're getting from whoever it is building your home, Pulte Homes, Lennar Homes, all of those different places. And so your property taxes will be the same maybe for the first year or whatever, or before it gets built, and then it explodes. Second thing is the value of the property just explode based off of the comps that's in the area. So either way, it's going to be associated with the insurance and the property taxes. And a lot of people really don't understand the true cost of owning, really renting from the county, but owning a home. And this is why I say it's all circumstantial. It's not all just ideal for people to just go out there and get a mortgage and all of this stuff, because your true costs are not necessarily that. When people kept selling you on the idea of generational wealth and all of this, they don't know what they're talking about. So unless you actually understand it from a business perspective and you're making a case by case basis decision on whether it makes sense of you to do this, then it doesn't make sense. But 9 times out of 10, I could tell you immediately that it's going to be based off of property taxes. And everybody is just waking up like, oh my God, I can't believe it. Yes, as the value of your home goes up, so does the property taxes. And often at times, they hold it in escrow. So instead of you just paying it yourself to the county separately, or instead of you getting your own private insurance or mortgage insurance, which a lot of times is PMI, where people put less than 20% down, so then they're insuring you against yourself. Basically, what's going to happen is they're going to hold it in escrow and then they're going to distribute it. And if you have an escrow shortage, meaning that the amount that they take out is not enough, then they're going to spread it out over another 12 months. And then that will be a new mortgage payment or payment to the bank that they're also holding for the property taxes that they have to distribute, that they have to distribute out to whatever county that you subjecting yourself to. A lot of people move down to Texas, and they telling me that Texas property taxes is high. So be careful where you move. Be careful how you do your mortgage. Be careful whatever it is that you understand everything. And if you don't have somebody to help you out, then I will help you out. Make sure you tap into the Patreon link is in the description as well as pinned to the top of the chat. Let me hear more of what she got to say, and I want to know if I'm right or not.
you don't have enough in escrow and your taxes went up by $6,000.
Yep. Which
My
that then has to be spread out $6,000. So it goes up by $6,000, right? So then that has to be spread out amongst 12 months in addition to whatever it is that you was paying before.
Taxes went up by $6,000. Now, here's the part that gets crazy. So I'm like, okay,
So much for generational wealth. If you can't hold on to the property that you got to pay for, 360 payments plus you got to pay property taxes as it escalates over the whole life of whatever it is that you own a property.
let me check all this out. So three things happened that caused my mortgage to increase. One, she told me that we don't have any money in my escrow. I'm going to talk about that in a second. We don't have any money in our escrow. Two, my homeowner's insurance went up from $2,000 to $4,000. Called them, they were like, well, we don't know what's going on, like the mortgage rates are just the highest they've ever been in Texas right now. We ain't got nothing for you, basically. That's it. Like, what you gonna do? Started shopping around, all of that. The third thing, we'll talk about that again. The third thing was that my property taxes went up. So I go onto the county website to see like what the heck is going on, because this doesn't make sense to me. So when I calculate everything, my insurance had only gone up $711. I remember the number because 711. So I called back. I'm like, ma'am, now this is where everything pisses me off, and there's literally nothing we can do about it. There is nothing that we can do.
Why would it piss you off? This is your responsibility to understand what you're getting yourself into.
About it. We can call.
People really need to do research. Like, they really need to understand, instead of doing word of mouth, because you're going to pay for it one way or another.
To try to get like cheaper homeowners insurance, but for the most part, it doesn't even matter. Now, so whenever I call this lady back, I'm like, or the company back, I'm like, I don't understand what happened, because every June or July, somewhere around there, they do an escrow analysis and they see, do you have enough money in escrow? For those of you that are new to homeownership, don't own a home, don't know what it is, whatever. Escrow is an amount that you pay every single month. So at the end of the year, they pay things like your homeowner's insurance and your taxes, right? So that way it doesn't come out of pocket at any time for you. You've already been paying all year, so they just write your taxes a check and they write your homeowners a check. Okay, you pay that within your mortgage. Now, and every July they do like an escrow analysis where they say, do you have more than enough? Do you have too little? Do you have to make something up? What's going on? Do you have a deficit or do you have excess? So they hit us up last month and they were like, yeah, you're good. Like you actually got too much. So we're going to send you a check. They sent us a check. They wrote us off a check for $2,900. Okay, cool, bet.
Yeah,
Now,
because
for those of you,
if you have a surplus, then they'll send you the difference. But that still doesn't matter, because most times what will happen is, once they do a new escrow analysis, or once whatever that property value explodes and whatever the county says, that's what they start to charge, and then that's what they reach out to whoever it is that's paying it, the mortgage company or whatever. So again, ignorance of it is no excuse for it. You have to make sure that you absolutely positively understand what you're getting yourself into, especially when it comes to real estate. You will be in trouble 9 times out of 10 when people are coming on this and saying, hey man, my mortgage is exploding. No, it's not. It's your property taxes, it's your insurance. And so if you have an escrow analysis and then they determine that you got a surplus or you put too much money into it, they'll send you a refund check. Nine times out of 10, that's not going to happen, because the property values are going up, not down. So, they can get mad all they want, but the only thing that you can do is sell the property.
who are like, oh, you shouldn't have spent the $2,900. That way your escrow, baby, we can pay the $2,900 right now. What we cannot pay is an additional $1,300 a month. $1,300 a month is crazy. And there's nothing we can do about it. Like, we can't go back and say, yo, y'all told us we were good. They don't give a damn. They do not care, baby. They don't care. So they literally told us, there's nothing, you just gonna have to pay this unless you have like all the thousands of dollars saved up right now to give to us in a large check. I think it was like 9,000-10,000, something like that.
Yeah, you're gonna have to find
then baby, you just gonna have to pay this extra $1,300 every single month. And then we'll do another analysis. Anyway, I'm gonna have to do a part 2 because this is too long, but I will explain what basically we're waiting for in the next thing. If you have any questions, let me know. I know I didn't want to make this too long, but yeah, this is really what we're dealing with right now. And this is how easy it is, especially for people who are one generation removed from Jim Crow. My parents grew up in the Jim Crow South. Who was going to teach them about
what? All right, here we go with all of the race stuff. I'm not subscribing to that part of the conversation, because we live in an information age and you can literally go on the internet. They got AI. AI will break it down and summarize every single thing for you. So before you run into it, it's nobody's responsibility to teach you. It's your responsibility to educate yourself. But let me know what y'all think inside of the comments. I always like to link back to the content creator. Make sure you tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description. We got Block Club coming up. I love you. I appreciate you. I'm going to holler at you guys later. Peace.